The Howard Stern Show.
Remember this one? It's called The Best of You. Now, what I find interesting, let's just get into it in a second.
Okay.
Good vocal here. Nice musicianship. Beautiful song. Really beautiful song. You were shocked that Prince did this at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, why the hell would he play one of our songs when he's got a million hits?
He did a cover version. But that's the ultimate.
His version was so much better than ours, it made me want to never play that song.
Is that true?
Yes. You ever heard it?
I don't
I
remember
heard it on your show first.
Did I play it?
Yeah. Someone was like, dude, I just listened to Howard. Prince is doing Best of You.
Did you watch the
Because
Super
you
Bowl?
got a tape of the rehearsal or something
Oh,
like
maybe
that.
that's what
Do
it
you
was.
remember that?
Yeah,
And
something
that's
like
where
that.
I heard it for the first time.
Can you get us a copy of that, Howard?
Yeah, I'm gonna work
insane.
on that. Did you call Prince? Did you?
No, the Prince thing's kind of funny because a long time, of course, we all love Prince and he's a genius and everyone knows he's the greatest.
but he's odd, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's the best.
He
man.
is he's a great guitar player, is he not?
He's a great everything player. I honestly believe he's the most talented popular musician alive today.
Is he an underrated guitar player? Because
Dude, he's an underrated. Have you ever seen him play the drums?
yes,
It's insane. The bass. In Los Angeles, I told this story recently. In Los Angeles, I don't know, last couple years ago, he did 21 nights at the Forum.
right.
So when we heard about that, we were like, oh, we're going down there. So me and a bunch of friends jump in this party bus, and we go down there, and we're getting hammered on the way down. Get there, and I start bumping into road crew people that we know, and they're like, he knows you're here, and he's going to want to jam with you.
Right.
And I was already hammered.
Right.
I'm like, dude, I'm not going to go shit the bed in front of Prince in the Forum. I can't do that tonight. So then afterwards, I met him, and I said, hey, when do you want to jam? And he goes, well, why don't you come next Friday? So I came the next Friday, came to soundcheck. I waited for him to call all week. He never called. I didn't know if I was going to play drums or guitar or my song or his
But you
song.
didn't care.
No, of course not.
Right.
And so then, and then I get there. They're like, well, he's not sound checking.
Wow.
Okay. I could do this. It'll be all right. And then I walked into the empty arena at soundcheck, and I saw my guitar tech, and he said, what's going on? I said, I don't know what we're doing. And then Prince just appears
Right.
and says, hey, man, you want to jam? And I go, yeah. And I get up on the drums, and I start playing. He picks up a bass and shreds the bass like I've never seen anyone play it. Full band on stage.
Which, shredding a bass is hard to do because, like Jack Bruce used to play chords on a bass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean by shredding
Well,
the
I
bass?
mean, he's like popping the bass,
Right.
and his feel is perfect, and he's doing like leads on the bass. Just
it's
unbelievably
crazy
great.
player. Yeah.
So we end that jam. He's like throwing chords with hand signals to his band, and then we start playing "Whole Lot of Love." He picks up a guitar, and
you're
we start-
hammering those drums.
And so
like
we
John
go for like
Bonham
about
said.
5 or 8 minutes, and the backup singer's like, "Oh la la," like it was insane.
Right.
And then we end it, and he's like, "Yeah, that's great." I'm like, "That was amazing." He goes, "We should do that." I go, "We should totally do that." He goes, "What are you doing next week?"
I
I never saw him again.
Well, I don't understand. So do you think he liked what you were doing, or was that his way of blowing you off?
Probably blowing me off.
Because, in other words, he said, "Hey, you were great. You did great on the drums." And when he said, and you say we should probably do that, you mean at his live show, right?
Yeah, like tonight.
Tonight. And he
And he
passes.
says next week.
Didn't want to do it.
He's odd. Why doesn't he say to you, "Listen"? I mean,
That
the
was
whole
fun, but
that
no.
whole thing is odd.
It's not like breaking up with a girlfriend, you know. This and that was fun.
But isn't it
it's
rude?
not you, it's me.
Dave, you are a guy who's accomplished some things in music. I mean, you're a successful musician. Isn't it rude for a fellow musician, even if it's Prince, to treat you the way
It's
he
Prince,
did?
dude. I don't. He could beat me up as much as he wants.
Could he
man. That
pee
is
on you in a
Prince.
sleeping bag?
I'm not into the peeing on me thing.
Right.
That's so 97.
But guys, don't you find that weird that Prince would invite you to something and then he keeps you waiting around and then he doesn't? Do you understand what I'm saying?
He's
Don't
just
you-
trippy. He's a trippy guy.
Yeah, I mean, if you you guys played with Paul McCartney, right? You had him,
Yeah.
you did shit with him. You wouldn't like show up 20 minutes late even to Paul McCartney, right? You would be all set up and ready for the guy.
Right.
Right.
You know what I watched last night on YouTube? 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Prince just walked up on stage at some jazz club, picked up a guitar, and shredded this insane lead. The audience goes bananas, and then he just takes the guitar off and hands it to an audience member and walks back to his seat.
What do you think, though, of the clothes and all that stuff? I mean,
He's the best,
but
dude.
that's not your thing. I mean, you would never
Clearly.
put on heels and
And
stretch
cut
pants.
out the bottoms of your pants.
Not in public.
No, that's not your thing, right?
No.
You're anti that.
I'm not anti. I would look really.
It's just not your thing.
I have a beard and heels. I don't know. That's not good. Though.
But the thing with Prince too is I'm a huge Prince fan too, so I know what you're saying.
It's unbelievable.
But I went to see him at a private show, and he gets up on stage and he announces, "I don't want the lights on." Turns off the light. You can't see the fucking guy. It's like listening to the radio. I went to see him play. So I went up to I said, "Put those fucking lights on. I want to see Prince." I said to the guy, he put them on. He listened to me. Prince goes, "Turn those fucking lights off," and he turns them off. And I said, "That's it. Fuck you, Prince. I'm getting out of here." And I left because it was an insult to me.
Did you actually say that to him?
Well, he couldn't hear me. He was on stage performing. He didn't care.
He didn't know who was Prince.
I said, "Fuck you,
with the
Prince,"
lights.
to anyone who could hear. It was like,
Wow.
in other words, if the Foo Fighters went on stage and they turn out all the lights so I can't see them for the whole show, I would leave. I'd say, "Fuck you, Foo Fighters," as much as I love you guys.
Smart ass.
He's a smart ass.
I think he's a genuinely odd person.
I don't know.
And I don't think this is calculated on his part. And he gets a lot of people to go along with it. So he's developed incredibly bad manners.
Right.
The Howard Stern Show.